Good day everyone! Today we will critique the paper School Leaders as Change Agents. Do principals have the tools they need? Examining the capabilities of school principals as pivotal change drivers within educational system. We'll explore the strengths and limitations of this study and discuss the implications of educational leadership.
So, our agenda for today's video is to get ideas about first, the introduction of the study, second, the objective of the study, third, the methodology, then next are the findings and the conclusions, then we have the fifth, which is the recommendation, and the last one, the conclusion.
Now let's discuss the introduction of the study. The passage discusses the changing responsibilities of school principals towards implementing educational reforms, and leading change emphasizes concern about their lack of preparation in managing change effectively and highlights the need for training programs. Despite recognizing the importance of such programs, there remains a gap of understanding their effectiveness. The passage introduces an exploratory study aimed at assessing whenever experienced principals feel adequately prepared to lead change. Now let's move on to the next one, the objective of the study.
Good day everyone! Today, I will be discussing the objective of the recent study that explores the preparedness of elementary school principals to act as effective agents of change within their schools. This topic is crucial as the landscape of education continuously evolves, requiring leaders who are skilled in managing and implementing change. The study aimed to understand how experienced principals perceive their readiness to lead change and identify the types of professional learning that best support them in developing these essential skills. This is important because the effectiveness of school reforms often hinges on the capabilities of these leaders. One of the key findings from the study is that principals feel they lack adequate professional development, specifically geared towards leading change. Instead, their skills in this area are primarily developed through on-the-job experiences and through networking with trusted colleagues. However, this approach has its limitations and has resulted in significant knowledge gaps regarding the change process. Moreover, the principals highlighted that while they are tasked with the responsibility of implementing change, the success rate of these reforms could be significantly improved if the responsibility were shared more collaboratively with district leaders. This suggests a need for a more integrated approach to leadership in education reform. To further analyze these issues, the study used a conceptual framework based on literature by Huber in 2011 and Hall and Boyd in 2015, which helped illustrate how principals can develop into effective change agents. According to this framework, specific professional learning methods are crucial for principals to acquire the necessary knowledge and skills for effective change in leadership. So, in conclusion, the insights from this study advocate for an enhancement of professional development programs for educational leaders. By addressing the gaps in current training and fostering a more collaborative leadership model, we can better equip principals to be successful change agents. Thank you for your attention, and that's the objective of this study. School leaders as change agents, do principals have the tools they need? Now, let us proceed to the next one, the methodology.
In the research we discovered, it uses a qualitative approach in order to collect the quality of being a school agent force. And I think that this approach was helpful enough to get the desired outcomes, especially on the traits and aspects they are gathering. Aside from that, they conducted their interview through the face-to-face interview to the principals at Ontario, maybe because it has been an effective way done to virtual at that time. Or perhaps, the time they were conducting this research, the technology was not in the center point of creating a communication. Going back to the context, they conducted the interview to solely interview and touch or captivate the interviewee's heart and attentions. In line with this, it says that principals were not equipped in driving a forced change or organized initiatives or advocate change to their community and schools. And in journal article we read, the principal were using subjectivity, for instance, using their personal narratives or personal experiences to answer the questions, then using a rationalization in which they could give another perspective if they used objectivity. Alright, to add more, they also use purposeful sampling to obtain insights and answer study questions. In the table 1, it clearly shows that 20 to 31 years old have extensive teaching experience, including 13 years as school administrators. And the given analysis, these direct us to the principals have received a full experience both urban and rural areas as agents and administrators. Moreover, the researchers encourage everyone to, especially the participants, to share their experiences in the school as agents or as facilitators. And by doing that, the sharing of experience, each participant would grasp and retain a notion from you. And prior to the interviewers or the researchers undertook a pilot questioning to the participants in order to measure and to show the clarity of their answers. And I think some TV shows and other interview talks, they also do that in order to change or spot the weak part of their answers. Furthermore, when it comes to their availability, everyone had received a memo asking when and where is their availability. Of course, as researchers, we chose this study which we chose principals to be interviewed. Of course, they are too busy on their administrative tasks. Therefore, as researchers, you should adjust to their convenience, and their shoot for their interview was shoot approximately 60 to 90 minutes each participant. And aside from that, above mentioned method use, they also use file notes to capture the gist and record the minutes of the meeting or the interview of their findings and also their observation in conducting research. And lastly, they use two encoding methods, first cycle and second cycle. The first way focuses on the principal experiences in terms of categories and subcategories, whereas the second method focuses on cluster formation and development into many themes. The coding process followed two approaches, which are inductive and deductive. The inductive method, which began with gathering data to develop concepts, and meanwhile, the deductive method, which aims to confirm evidence. So they also have analytic memoranda where you utilize to review and develop mini analyses for study evaluation. That's all for the methodology part. Now let's move on to the findings and the discussion.
So for our findings, we can deduct 4 themes from 2 main headings. The first key theme that falls under the first heading would be the principles, preparations as change agents. It is limited change agent, professional development. In this study, principals emphasize the crucial role of school leaders in implementing reforms but highlighted a lack of formal training in effectively driving change. They noted that their initial principal courses and ongoing professional development lack adequate focus on the change process, primarily emphasizing management topics. Some experienced principals even observed little evolution in these programs over the years. Scholars have long advocated for more effective principal professional development, stressing its potential impact on schools. While some recent leadership programs show promise in prioritizing the preparation of school leaders, key aspects like change agent skills remain neglected. Despite the increasing importance of empowering school leaders for educational reforms, current principal programs still fall short in addressing this critical area. The second factor that falls under this heading would be gaps in the understanding of the change process. In this study, most principals believe they could implement new initiatives despite lacking formal training in change processes. While they gain confidence and experience throughout their careers, their professional growth didn't include a specific learning on implementing change methodology. Although familiar with some steps like creating a shared vision and providing resources, they lack understanding in others, such as effectively checking progress and providing targeted assistance. Without this knowledge, many principals resort to ineffective approaches leading to varying levels of success in implementing initiatives. This knowledge gap contributes to the failure of many mandates, and educators struggles to fully implement strategies proven to enhance student success. Despite clear directives from experts such as Fulan and Reeves, little has changed in school improvement practices, partly due to principals' workload and gaps in their understanding of change strategies. Addressing these gaps through specialized professional development could lead to more effective leadership and increased school improvement. The second heading is the approaches to professional learning on change agent leadership. The first factor under this heading would be key professional learning approaches. In this study, experienced principals identified networking with trusted colleagues and on-the-job experience as essential approaches to professional development. They highlighted the importance of personal, professional networks for learning and support, aligning with vendors' communities for practice framework. However, some principals express concern that value of building these networks isn't emphasized enough, leaving some colleagues feeling isolated. Additionally, principals found reading for self-study and reflection beneficial, but noted time is constrained. Workshops were often deemed ineffective and not tailored to their needs, leading to calls for differentiated long-term professional development focused on self-selected topics. Overall, the study suggests that future professional learning should prioritize networking and differentiated learning opportunities and job-embedded experiences to support principals' growth effectively. The second factor under this heading would be the change agent leadership. In this study, all 5 principals emphasized the importance of district support for school leaders in leading educational reforms, but many felt it was lacking. They believe that without proper support, principals might not fully commit to proposed mandates or might feel overwhelmed. This perception contradicts that the idea is the principal alone is responsible for implementing change. Instead, participants advocated for a whole system approach to reform, with districts sharing the responsibility and providing effective professional learning opportunities for the principals. They also called for superintendents to be more involved in the reform process, echoing research highlighting their significant impact on school culture and improvement. Scholars suggest that the district should prioritize leadership development for principals and adopt job-embedded learning approaches to support school improvement. Now that we are done with the findings and discussion, let's now move on to the recommendations.
In the recommendation part, we have provided some recommendations to target, and these are just few. First recommendation is they should undertake study on more than 5 principals in both rural and urban areas to completely examine and support their claims with sufficient data and facts. Of course, their research methodology is aligned on the qualitative data, which is identifying the quality of individual, but in their case, they interviewed few principals. Therefore, in order not to limit the qualities we are finding, then we should gather at least 10 to 15 respondents, both urban and rural areas. We should inculcate this: the more respondents, the more data to analyze, to consider, to identify, and to give ideas about.
The understanding of change process is crucial for leaders of system reform. This highlights the importance of leaders in educational system having a deep comprehension of how change occurs and how to effectively manage it. There has been an oversight in emphasizing the change agent skills. It suggests that despite the significance of change management skills, there hasn't been enough focus on developing these skills among educational leaders. Lack of formal training in change implementations leaves principals with knowledge gaps. This points out that many principals have not received formal training implementing change, resulting in gaps in their understanding of the change process and strategies. Fulan urged educational policymakers to support principals in becoming effective change agents. Fulan advocates for policymakers to provide support and resources to help principals develop the skills necessary to lead successful change efforts. Principals need change agent instruction throughout their careers, from pre-principal development to ongoing professional learning. It suggests that training in change management should be integrated into various stages of a principal's career, starting from their initial training to continuous professional development. There's a global call for research-based professional development to empower principals. This indicates a widespread demand for professional development programs for principals that are grounded in research and empowering them to lead effectively.
Providing relevant and experiential learning methods is essential for principals to acquire new knowledge and skills. It emphasizes the importance of offering practical and relevant learning experiences to principals to help them acquire the necessary knowledge and skills for change leadership. Successful educational reform requires a commitment to a whole system approach. This underscores the necessity of involving all levels of the educational system in reform efforts for them to be successful. Another thing in our conclusion is the role of districts in educational reform is increasingly recognized and merits further study. It acknowledges the growing recognition of the importance of district-level leadership in driving educational reform and suggests that more research is needed in this area. Meaningful school reform necessitates a comprehensive and coherent whole system approach. It reiterates the importance of a coordinated and holistic approach to educational reform that involves all stakeholders at various levels of the system. For the next one, achieving sustainable change in education remains a complex challenge. This highlights the difficulty of implementing lasting changes in educational systems and the need for continued efforts to address this challenge. Attention must be given to providing principals with the necessary tools to foster school improvement. It emphasizes the importance of equipping principals with the resources and support they need to drive improvements in their schools. Lastly, insights from experienced principals are valuable for administrators, researchers, and educational advisors involved in leadership development. It suggests that the experiences and perspectives of experienced principals can provide valuable insights for those involved in developing educational leaders.
Thank you so much for listening. This is our group critiquing the journal entitled School Leaders as Change Agents. Do Principals Have the Tools They Need?